I was awarded the Rhodes Scholarship in 1994 for the year 1995 from India. That time, there used to be four Rhodes Scholars. This impact in my life has been amazing. I always mention it to everybody that if somebody buys a lottery and they win the lottery, my lottery was a Rhodes Scholarship. And I was happy and very fortunate that I got the Rhodes Scholarship when I was 23 years old. Going on to my 24th, I used to be a student at JNU. And for a lot of us who wrote scholars who had got the scholarship, we always thought this is not for me. This is a scholarship which is too big, too prestigious. I'm not there. But you get encouraged and you apply for the scholarship uh, and eventually, if you're lucky, you get it. And that is an absolutely transformative part of your life. Your life changes completely. The exposure you have in Oxford and the world is absolutely unbelievable. I'm from Delhi. I had a fairly the exposure I got was quite good. I went to St. Columbus School. I went to JNU. So I was lucky that I had a certain amount of exposure, but the scholarships actually opened up the world to me, and has transformed my life and the lives of my wife and my two daughters. We also want to look at doing something for India. So along with the Rhodes scholarships, there was a model in South Africa after Nelson Mandela was released from prison after his incarceration. He didn't want revenge from the white supremacy. He wanted truth and reconciliation. This is the individual he was. That's why he's perhaps the Mahatma of South Africa. And they formed what is called the Mandela Rhodes Foundation when he was alive, when Mandela was alive. And this has instituted scholarships. It's called the Mandela Rhodes Foundation has Mandela Rhodes Scholars, which are 100 scholars from all over Africa who go and study in South Africa. And some of those Mandela Rhodes Scholars have become Rhodes Scholars to Oxford. This is something that some of us want to do, so we are in conversation that we want to institute what is called the Mahatma Rhodes Foundation. And why Mahatma and Rhodes? Because even Mahatma Gandhi was a barrister from England. He went to South Africa, he was practicing, and then we all know the story where he was on a train and he entered the first class, and because he was brown skinned, he was thrown out of the train. And that changed his life and the life of the Indian independence movement. He left his practice of law, came back, wore the khadi, and he started the independence movement, for which he's called the Mahatma, and rightfully so. So we want to have this new foundation which we are working on, and which a lot of industrialists and a lot of people across the spectrum, and Rhodes happens to be a completely apolitical organization. There's no religious or any political affiliation, and we want to keep it that way. So we want to have scholars, and we want to target people in India who have been disadvantaged. For example, orphans. They don't have parents. Who will ever hold their hand and give them the opportunity to get to university? Or will they only remain on the fringes of society? They could be as bright as you and I, but if you don't have that little push, a little somebody to hold your little finger, how would you ever go on? So we have identified some of these groups. It's still work in progress. It's still very new. So orphans, disadvantaged women, girl children, who are not being allowed to study for whatever reason, the tribals. And we're not the only ones who plan to do this. There are many institutions, many industrial houses, the Tatas and the Godreges, they are big charitable institutions. But we want to take it a level further, where we want to sort of bring on these people. You heard about the RISE program. This is targeted for 15 to 18-year-olds who are extremely bright and who show the potential to fight the world's fight. Essentially, this is the terminology we have within the Rhodes community. There's actually a book it's called Fighting the World's Fight. And what they do is that it has stories about individuals like us and what we have done, what we intend to do. So I think that is going to be One of the things we want to do, engage with civil society, with universities, but try and bring on individuals who may not have the opportunity in life, and and give them that one chance in life to transform their lives and the lives of many more. I've had the opportunity, and I feel extremely privileged to be a Rhodes Scholar, and I think it's time for me and everybody else to give back.